Hello, everyone. I had another private session with Jimmy that we've decided to share with the public, and some of it is an update regarding Detroit Becomes Human or the androids in Detroit where Jimmy lives. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of information. We do talk about many other topics and experiences that I thought you might be able to gain some information to see how things work, see how some people are targeted, and also how people are helped as well. And so there's a lot of little pieces of information. So thank you. And I also appreciate your support by listening, subscribing, and also supporting us on Patreon.
Somebody trying to stop us from doing this?
I don't know. I mean, it could be weather too. I mean, what's the weather like over there? It's rainy over here.
Oh, it's cool here. We've been getting some real nice sunshiny days, and
Hmm.
uh, it was a real nice day when that helicopter I saw the other day was buzzing around here.
All right, so the helicopter was a red color, you said?
Yeah.
Now, do you have a hospital around there? Because we used to get helicopters all the time in this other place that I lived at, and it was like an emergency helicopter from the hospital.
Well, there's no hospital where it was flying, and
Okay.
it was right in this area. Um, we have like a grocery store, Kroger. I don't know if you got them, but right down the street from here, about a mile away, and then there's a bunch of fast food restaurants down the street from there. McDonald's right next door, and that's right around the area where I saw it. As when it came out of Tim Hortons, I saw something in the sky. I couldn't even tell what it was. It looked like it was just hanging there. I was kind of afraid that it was another um, sighting. Like I had a few years ago.
Oh, so it freaked you out, triggered you
Yeah.
thinking that
So I
there was
stood there
something
looking
to him.
at it, and there was some clouds too, but not many. But I thought I lost sight of it, and I thought it was in the clouds. I said, "Where the hell did that thing go?" And then all of a sudden it appears and it looks like it's just hovering, like not moving, just in the sky, but not going either way. And I stood there and watched it for a while, just going around in circles, and it was circling the area that I'm telling you about, where yesterday I asked one of the employees that I talked to at Tim Hortons if he had seen Gregory. I didn't call him by name. I just kind of pointed to the area where he sits, and he said he hasn't seen him in there, but he was driving around the other day and he saw him in a Burger King over on Dick's. That's where the area I'm talking about, where the helicopter was.
I mean, Dick's like
And it was
Dick's Sporting Goods, like that kind of.
no, that's the name of the street, Dick's
Oh,
Toledo, Dix.
okay.
But that's where all the stores and fast food places are and stuff. And so I don't know. Did that was I mean, when you see a helicopter, that's kind of strange anyway. You don't see a lot of those normally, in a normal day. But to have it acting the way that one was just
Like they were looking for someone.
you know, it, it freaked me out, man. I thought possibly they were coming for me or something. I wasn't sure. I just got my ass home after that. But
Yeah.
I kept looking to see if I could see it. I don't know how long it was out there, and I'm thinking it's a possibility since he hasn't been around lately that they're rounding him up or something, which would be cool.
Yeah, if that's the case. So the red helicopter, you've never seen the red helicopter before?
Mm-mm.
And was there any other like markings on it? Anything else that's significant?
I wasn't close enough to really see any markings, but I didn't see any. No, I just it was
It
straight.
just looked like it was bright red or like
It
a
was pretty. It was I wouldn't say like fluorescent or anything, but
no, but like fire engine red?
yeah.
Wow.
And that, I mean, have you ever seen? I've heard of black helicopters and different colors, but red never.
No, I've never seen a red one either. It just does sound really weird. I'm gonna see if there's anything about red helicopters. So, all right, when was the last time that you saw Gregory?
Probably about a week ago, last weekend.
And so every time, do you go to Tim Hortons every day?
Mostly, and I have pretty much this week. Yeah, I've been in there every day and haven't seen him for at least 5 6 days, and that's unusual right there. And that's why I asked that guy at the Tim Hortons if he had seen him, because maybe I thought possibly I just missed him or something, and it seemed to me like he just hadn't been around and they hadn't seen him. He didn't tell me that. He just told me he saw him at the Burger King. And that was all, we didn't discuss him or he didn't tell me anything about him being banned or anything like that. But it wouldn't be a surprise, I mean, the owner might have just got sick of having him hang around there.
Yeah. So it says that something about too many people have complained about black helicopters, so they painted them red.
Really?
I don't know if that's
That's
legitimate or not. It's just like a comment here.
Oh.
Some say it's for a helicopter service company, flight school, maybe. There's just a few different options.
Well, were you getting some channeling or something when you said something was going on? That's what it sounded like to me. Like
Yeah, it feels like something is going on. For him all of a sudden to not be around.
Yeah.
Someone sees him not be around for a week. And I was anticipating that something like this was going to happen. Primarily, I don't know if anyone has made a complaint to the authorities because we've been talking about it online. It's live. So, you're very specific. There's his name, everything else is there, and I don't know if someone came and, brought him somewhere, or he feels like he's being watched or whatever, so he's found another place.
Yeah.
Is there another coffee shop around there that he could be in instead?
Well, there's a McDonald's, just close to here too, so he could be going there. And I'm pretty sure he told me his current girlfriend that he has now works at Burger King.
Okay.
So that could be, where he's hanging out now, or, they are both owned by the same. It's a Canadian company that owns Burger King, or Burger King is a Canadian company, and they own Tim Hortons now. They bought them. So I don't know if that's related, but.
Yeah, it could be, if it's connected to the FAC, the Federal Army of the Commonwealth, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Peter goes either way on that one, just, for whatever reason. Well, anything else that's unusual happening? They're telling me there's still some other androids around you.
Can they identify them so I can know who is?
They're not as obvious. They also go to Tim Hortons.
Yeah, I've been noticing lately. It seems like there's a group of deaf people that go in there, and they sit there and sign language each other. You don't hear a word coming from them, but they're having a conversation.
That's wild, huh?
Yeah. And it looks like it's a pretty good sized group, like
yeah,
maybe even a couple of groups, and they're meeting there. So I don't know if it's them or not, but man,
no, it's not them.
Okay.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. About how many usually show up?
Well, normally there's like 3 or 4 of them sitting in a booth, texting each other.
Mm-hmm.
They're not texting. I mean, sign languaging each other. And they'll be in a booth like right next to me, and I'm facing them, so I can see them, but It's kind of strange. You got people sitting there talking, and you don't hear one word. Not that I'm listening, but and I don't know sign language. I was going to speak to them, but I don't know if they read lips or not. I was just going to say hi to them or something. But I didn't. Um, I'm trying to think. Yeah, you see all kinds of people in there, and certain ones are regulars.
Hmm.
So
I think it's a regular. It's just that someone, one or two of them that don't really stand out, like Gregory. Gregory was malfunctioning, they said.
oh, so does that mean they got him out or took him out of here? Or?
Maybe, yeah.
Hmm. Well, is there what's the reason for telling me about these other androids? Am I supposed to be, you know, guarded or
I
more?
think there's a chance that they might reach out to you to communicate and to further help them pull away from Mobius. But they
Oh,
don't want to stand out.
huh?
Gregory almost kind of blew their cover.
Huh. Wow. So I should go ahead and help them if they need my help. I mean, I don't know what
Yeah, I think they want you to continue helping Mobius, uh, not helping Mobius,
I.
helping the androids get free of Mobius and returning back to where they belong.
Okay.
And there's other things that are going to happen too. Something else.
Like what?
I don't know. It's sort of like there, but I can't quite reach it. What it is, but it looks like something's going to shift or change in your future. I think you're shifting the timeline and the energy field of the area that you're living in.
Oh, cool.
So it's going to help the economy. It's going to help everyone.
Well, yeah, pulling those poor individuals' souls out of here too was part of this too, right?
Yeah, yeah,
One being
everything.
recorded in the Meyer situation.
Yep, yep,
Wow.
yeah. So have you noticed anything like new companies coming in or any changes?
Uh, no, not since we pulled those souls out of the Earth's plane. I haven't really noticed anything except, yeah, I'm feeling energies. You know,
Hmm.
I guess the energy is increasing and I'm feeling it, but it doesn't feel bad or anything. It's just, you know, like sometimes I'll wake up and I can't get back to sleep, and I just get up like way earlier than normal, and then later on I'll take a nap, and
Yep.
but well,
Um,
that's encouraging, yes.
it is. It's very encouraging. Um, Let me just take a look and see if I can communicate some more.
Okay.
Okay, so they want you to mentally let go of the old way of the way things have been going and open up to a new paradigm for the region. And this will help your grandson
Mm-hmm.
and your future generations.
Okay. Like have an optimistic outlook for this area.
Be willing to let go of what you know there and allowing something new to come in.
Open up to the new.
It's like you're rewriting the way it's happening, and I see like a ladder going up, almost like you're opening the upper levels for the rest of the area.
Wow, that sounds exciting.
Yeah, yeah, it is. I'm seeing some military helicopters, not the small ones, but the long ones. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Is there a military base around there?
Yeah. Not real close, but east of here, there's I can't think of the name of it, but yeah, they're east of here there is. And when I used to work down at Southwest Detroit, we would regularly see helicopters flying, past our building over. We were right on the Detroit River, and they would fly past and look like they were all going to the same area. I don't know what they were. I don't know if there's a base there or what, but they were. It was like a regular every day. And black helicopters and different types constantly. Back and forth. So that's just right down the street from here, really, a few miles away.
All right, I was looking at, let's see if I can find, I don't know if this is dimensional or what, but hold on, let me see if I can get the right picture. Okay, I don't know where these are at, but this is what I just saw.
I see the link anyway. Military helicopters.
I was seeing that kind of helicopter.
And what are you? What's the context of this?
I don't know, to see if you've seen those around at all.
What are these helicopters doing?
I don't know. I mean, I just need to identify if you've seen them before or if there's a military base.
Well, there's definitely military activity going on around here, and I don't think that's unusual because it's probably going on everywhere.
Yeah, especially now with everything kind of a little bit on the edge. I don't know why they wanted me to show you this. Maybe this is going to, help you for later.
There wasn't any kind of abduction the other day, was there, when I saw that red one?
Let me ask.
I mean, I'm not saying I felt like I was, but I had no idea before.
All right, they just told me that they were Monarch. So they might have made it look like it was a regular helicopter, but it wasn't.
Well, just the color of it wasn't a regular one. I've never seen a red one before.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that there was a purpose for it. They do say that they're using those for medical sometimes, but yeah.
But that was Monarch.
Uh-huh.
And that's not Mobius, who is running the androids.
No, but they might have been looking for whoever was involved. They might have been looking for the androids for their own benefit.
They don't have anything to do with the androids. It's just Mobius.
No, they don't create them, bring them in, but they might have been trying to use them. So they might be hijacking them as well.
Wow, man. I wasn't able to see that helicopter, Jess. I don't know what the hell's wrong, but I will, when we get off the call, I'll be able to look at it better.
Yep.
And I'll let you know what I think of it. But what is it that you saw that was it unusual looking? Like different looking than a normal helicopter? Or?
Yeah, there's like the what do you call it? The helicopter part. It's on, instead of just like there's one of the, not the wings, but the things that spin on top.
Yeah.
All right, so there's two of them.
They call them blades.
All right, so there's this set of blades, right? So there's two sets on this one. It's longer. It looks like it's like a little bit of a submarine. And that's what I had a quick vision of. I know this sounds a little cryptic, but there's something here, and it's going to mean something later, I guess.
Am I supposed to be aware of this?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, for some reason it means that some things are shifting. So if you see them around, that means that you're kind of in a place that's off dimension. And when you see those helicopters, that means that you're coming back into the dimension where, it's back locked in with the rest of the U.S. Someone sent the Midwest off dimension.
Whoa. So what? It's off dimension. You mean it's not 3D?
It's 3D, but it's pulled out slightly.
Oh, like a pocket. Or
Yeah.
something like that. Pocket reality.
Yeah, and I think they wanted to be able to do some things, experiment with stuff, do all sorts of things, and then
Then I
uh,
can't.
and then not reveal that, like, it's almost like they kind of could get away with a lot more that way. In this way, it's going to be more revealed, and what the government wants to do is clean up some things in the U.S. and they can't access it fully.
Because it's off dimension.
Yeah.
Huh.
So it's like you can't fully get help or something. It's weird.
But now,
Like
now
you're
that
trapped in a time.
now that we're aware of it, it's going to help
Yeah.
because we're exposing it.
Yeah, well, I think at some point it's just going to shift. I think you're helping do that.
Oh, wow, man. Jeez.
Yeah, they did it. They have tried to abduct you about 4 or 5 times,
What?
Monarch. Yeah.
Is that what they were doing the other day?
I think they were going to try
Oh my
to
God.
kind of lock into you.
Kind of what?
To lock into you.
Oh,
Lock
lock.
into your energy signature.
I thought you said walk into me.
No.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting right now. And that they've already attempted to show up and abduct you about 4 or 5 times. But they can't access you.
Because I'm protected.
Hmm.
Because I'm putting protection on myself too,
Yeah.
and you, and Jimmy,
Hmm.
the whole family, the Seraphim. I'm protecting everybody I can that wants it,
Yeah.
even if they don't know they want it. I protect them.
So
Wow.
yeah, I mean, things are getting restored for you. They appreciate it, but you're not, completely safe because you're involved. And now I didn't get you involved in this. This is part of probably something the Agarthans want to do,
Oh,
and part of your life path.
well, if they're trying to abduct me, what do they want to do? Get me out of the picture? Take me off planet or?
Reset you into their mindset, so
Oh my
probably
God.
mind control.
Oh my God. No, 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 no.
Bring, like, have that woman show up
Yeah.
so you get off path. They
Uh,
use they see you, they keep you isolated so that you feel lonely, and then they decide who they want you to be handled by. And so out of your desperation and loneliness, you will, like, connect to someone else.
right. So this is Monarch doing this to
Yeah.
me? When they tried to abduct me, was it while I was out walking, or is it here at my house, or probably when I'm out would be most likely?
No, it's when you're sleeping.
Oh,
But they hook into you during the day.
right.
So some of the people that you've interacted with might have been like, Gregory was Mobius, and then some of the people that, you think are being friendly might have been Monarch. Or at least Monarch mind controlled, where they can see through those people to communicate with you.
Mm. I got to start putting more protection on myself when I go to sleep too, right?
Yep.
I have been doing that, just not, every single day, but I will, just reinforce the protection against any hijacking or looshing or any harm whatsoever.
Yep.
Oh man.
Crazy.
And I want my dream space back, I mean, I haven't had it for, I don't even remember my last dream. So it's like I go to sleep and that's it. Everything stops. I don't remember one thing.
Let me see what else is there. Something going on in the grocery store too.
Which one? Kroger?
Yeah. Or is it Myers?
Well, I was in Kroger. The last store I was in was Kroger Wednesday, but I was in Meyer. I told you I did my grocery shopping last time at Meyer last weekend, I believe it was.
Yeah.
But what's going on there?
AI. Some kind of AI.
Are they tapping into me or something when I'm in there?
Probably everyone. So I need to break that energy because I think they're still tuned into you.
So I'm very targeted. You're saying, whoa,
Sort of. I mean, if you're the one that's shifting and making change, they're going to, you know, be tuned into that.
right? Well, they can't have me.
No, they can't. I'm gonna shut down some things. Shut down the AI. It's in a satellite.
Did you get a confirmation on which grocery store that was, or was it both?
It's Meyer,
Higher. Okay.
not Kroger. Kroger has a different frequency.
You have
You had to go to Meyer so we could see what the problem was. And I'm pulling out, well, there's all sorts of wires and stuff. Wow.
whoa.
Yeah.
And the last time we talked, you said there was a wire in my right hand that came from Gregory.
Yeah, that's gone.
Okay. But I mean, is that the same kind of wire you're seeing now?
This one's not in you. I'm just looking at their infrastructure and their system. And it looks like a large network. That actually goes into the future. So Meyer company and the family were going to be an industry that brings that region into the future with technology and also mind control and other things.
So
So like Monarch, I think, is working with them.
so it wasn't a good thing.
No, I think we're gonna,
Brings us into a Android future,
yeah.
something like that.
hmm That's that sound that you get on your computer.
What?
That loud sound that you get in your
Yeah.
computer. That's from Meyer.
Huh. And Monarch.
Yeah.
Ooh-wee. Man. Do you hear it too?
No, no, they just told me that's where it's coming from.
Oh man.
It's still breaking it down.
So this was really cool to do this. We're interfering with their evil plan.
Yep. Is it supposed to be a better grocery store?
Well, it just has, it has a lot more things to choose from there than Kroger. Kroger is just like groceries, and at Myers you can get, you can buy other things besides groceries.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a full.
You say like other things like a Walmart a bit?
Yeah, yeah, kind of like that. You know, where you don't just go grocery shopping there. You can buy other things too.
Do they
Uh,
have 5G there? Like the tower?
um, I don't know. I mean, one of the Myers over here has a big like tower like right next to it, but I don't know if it's 5G or not. You know, it's been there for ever since Myers been there.
Yeah, it could be. It could be because if Monarch, it's almost like you have a bit of the future in that grocery store. I want to see some pictures of it. How do you spell it?
Meijer. And supposedly the founder of Meyer was, I don't know, tied in here, or along with Henry Ford and those other
Yeah.
you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what the extent of their reach is. I don't know if they seem like they may have some in other states too around here, like Ohio, Indiana. Um,
Yeah.
I'm not positive of that. I thought it was just a Michigan thing, but they are big in Michigan. Wow, man, this is just crazy how they entangle us in all this crap, and nobody's aware of it.
No, but it like bridges the U.S. into the future, but it is the future that they want.
Yeah. Well, sorry, we're not going that way.
Yeah, and not that all the products themselves have nanotech, but there's something there to it, frequency-wise, that's just pulling people in.
Mm,
Is it a chain?
yeah. Family owned, just like Walmart.
Okay, I see them. So they have the big Meyer in the front, red and yellow, or is it red and beige?
Well, the letters are red.
Mm-hmm.
Store.
Made in Detroit.
What's made in Detroit?
It just says made in Detroit on like a big sign.
Oh,
Interesting.
did you did you take care of all those cords or ties or whatever that they were trying to build for the future?
Yeah, I think they're getting removed.
Okay.
Let me just stay focused on it and finish it.
Okay.
I keep seeing Paul Serene.
Uh, he needs to go to Gitmo.
Yeah, yeah, but he's reacting. I mean, I had a rough night last night.
Did you?
Something was in my house,
Oh,
and they were angry. It's like they wanted to kill me.
oh my God.
Yeah, dark beings. And I know I'm protected, but it was almost like they were having a hard time finding me.
Huh. Maybe
It
they
was
did.
strange.
Maybe they didn't want us to do what we're doing right now.
I think they want me to stop altogether.
Yeah. This is pretty big here.
Hmm.
We're not just talking about a few people that are affected by this. This is millions, thousands, millions of people.
Yeah, they want to, create a scenario where there's a little less of a population, and they have done it before in the past.
Right. That would be the Rockefeller branch of the cabal,
Yeah,
the ones that the
Ro
Bushes belong to, and
Rockefeller and Rothschilds,
right.
but they're so hijacked. I mean, they're not they're not human anymore.
Are you picking up that they're actually doing these arrests that are being talked about? Serving
Oh, the
open.
thing that bothers me about they can do the arrests, and so the physical body gets taken, but the entity that's in them can leave.
Oh,
So they have to be like pulled out energetically in order for them to actually get arrested. You know, it's the same thing with Kevin Spacey. I mean, unless the entity Paul Serene's out of him, he's gonna, you know, beg, borrow, steal, whatever, you know, to pull himself out of there.
Right.
And you know, he was trying to avoid the court date, which is on my birthday.
Huh.
I thought that was strange. And then in my city,
Right.
because they couldn't really do a whole lot to him out in California. I think people are just tired of everything, and the fact that he's actually even getting in trouble indicates that he's losing power.
Right.
And that's usually, you know, all those people that are getting pulled in for different things. There are tons of others that have done the exact same thing. It's just that they haven't lost power yet.
Well, supposedly there's big barges and ships taking people to Gitmo right now, and they're announcing names and everything, you know, and it's high level people like
But who's
Hillary.
announcing it? Is it the mainstream news or who's
No,
doing it?
no, 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 not the mainstream news.
Because I think we need to see that it's in mainstream news, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
And supposedly he's shut down the government, so nobody really knows what's going on, and because he wants to put the wall up.
yeah. I don't know about that wall. They got tunnels underneath it. What the hell good's a wall if they got tunnels underneath they can just run people through? And what about Canada? You know, you think we don't get people coming in here from the Canadian border?
Well, it's harder for the people that are poor from El Salvador to be flying up to Canada to do this.
Well, yeah.
You know, that the people from Canada are really not that excited about coming over to the U.S. and staying here. But it would be, you know, maybe some other European country. They could. I don't know.
Well, you know, these borders we have are artificial anyway. And, you know, if everybody is in good shape and is fed and happy, you know, there's no reason to go trekking to another country and trying to get in there, you know?
No. No, there's definitely some agenda for the South Americans to want to come up here.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's another one that's supposedly getting taken as Soros.
Well, they've said that before.
And he's funding a lot of this stuff. You know, a lot of these caravans and stuff and
Yeah.
tourism and
Well, he's supposedly Hungarian.
yeah.
And where does he have the money?
And he's a Nazi too.
Yeah.
Oh, he's filthy rich, and I think the cabal. He's one of the upper level cabal leaders.
Hmm. Yeah, they keep on trying to create a scenario that the Earth population gets destroyed, and to me, that's an agenda of mass destruction. I'm seeing ships now. There's some other stuff going on. Hold on.
Okay.
Some type of alternate military is in your area, and they're pulling that out as well.
Could that be the androids?
And they're not androids. It's an alternate space.
Oh. Who's running that?
I don't know. They're pulling it out.
Obviously, it's not good.
No, it doesn't belong here.
Who's doing that?
Rodan.
Thank you, Rodan. You ever seen a picture of Odin before?
Mm-hmm.
Long beard and he was. They had Ancient Aliens yesterday, and they were talking about the Viking gods, and I watched that and talking about his ravens and his spear, and
He's pretty cool, isn't he?
I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah. He kind of has hair like yours, right? And then a longer beard.
Yeah. And I'm related to him somehow. Well, from the Viking days, right?
Yeah.
Hmm. Was he my father at one time, or
Yep. Mm-hmm.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Or grandfather.
I know he's
He's
proud of
he's
me.
been here a couple times on the planet.
I know he's proud of me, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. He had taught you a lot.
And I forgot it.
No, no, you remember more than you realize.
Well, I mean, I didn't know until you just told me. I didn't know that I was related to him in that way, and that that he had taught me a lot. That's
Yeah.
that's great. I'm honored.
So that's the conclusion of our discussion. But I wanted to bring up a few points. One of the points regarding the souls being taken from the earth plane that I mentioned earlier, and we had that in a discussion. Actually, Jimmy brings it up. I just want to let people know for greater clarity that the souls that were being helped were souls that were trapped, that had already passed over, that had already died, and they needed assistance out of the earth plane. And sometimes other beings have trapped souls, and they've abducted or brought them to slave planets and things like that. And on occasion, if I have an opportunity to see anything like that, or a large, graveyard area where it seems like there were a lot of souls that were trapped, we just, try to bring them to the proper place and time, and even, some other beings that are in our space don't belong there, bring them also to their place and time. So, another point that I wanted to bring up regarding this conversation is that Jimmy was targeted and has been targeted, particularly because of some of the energy that he's bringing into the area, and I know many of you are doing the same, and letting you know that, to be encouraged that you are being helped and protected in some ways. And if you ever need to have a discussion with me, feel free to contact me for a session. But there's also another point too, to remind people that we need to have our eyes open about what's going on around us, and not that people are to be situations should bring up fear or distrust towards every person that's around you, but have an awareness of what's going on, and this is part of being awake. And especially in this time where other influences are coming in to alter our view and create illusions. There was another point. The last point I want to bring up is that Jimmy talks about how he was connected to Rodan and that he was one of his sons. And Rodan, as you know, is Odin, and he did live in the earth, as well as some other beings. Even Shiva lived on the earth for a while with the family. And so and we don't know how many times they've been here and how many times they've interacted or acted like a commoner. And so sometimes they have these many experiences, but as Rodan mentioned before, he has many children here. So it turns out Jimmy's one of them, but there's many, many others as well. So if you have an interest in Rodan, very likely you've been in his family lineage at some time or another, because he has a very, very large family. But anyhow, thank you so much for listening once again.